an exciting part of the year. Obviously, we're kicking off the season. Obviously, opened up last night, and it's always a fun and exciting time as you kind of get into game play. Kids have been kind of grinding since June and battling against each other, and it's kind of fun to kind of play against somebody else. It's also a good opportunity to kind of see what you have to work on a little bit when you start playing different opponents, and they play differently and they expose different things that you got to work on. And so it's a good opportunity. Kids want to play. They want to compete. They want to have a chance to compete on the floor, and so that's what makes the games a lot more enjoyable than practice. It's a really good group. It's a good group of young ladies. I think they show up every day. They battle. They fight. They compete. They're really connected in the locker room, which is really good and helps you get through some adverse situations and adverse times when you're dealing with it within the group. So it's a fun group to go to work with every single day and compete with. So we're off and running, and we opened up last night against Minnesota, and didn't go the way we wanted it to go. It's a great learning experience for us. We had times competed, at times we did not. We have to learn to consistently compete and understand the difference between effort and competitive effort. I think that's something that we kind of learned last night a little bit as we kind of battled through a little bit. There was some good in there really was, but there's definitely a lot of takeaways that we can take away to get better at, obviously coming into our home opener on Friday when we play Youngstown here at home.
Well, Coach, at times you guys struggled from three. Did it feel like they weren't the right shots, or they just didn't happen to fall on this particular night?
That's probably a combination of both. I mean, we didn't shoot it well. 6 for 31 is not going to get it done. I mean, we did not play well. I didn't think offensively well at all the entire night. We didn't value the ball. I thought our shot selection at times was a little dicey. We have kids that need to shoot the ball well behind the arc for us to be the team I think that we can be. So I thought a lot of them were good looks. I thought some of them might have been a little bit forced and taken either late in the clock because we couldn't get into what we wanted to get into, or just maybe misunderstanding how open they were a little bit. And so that's kind of that first game thing as you kind of work through it a little bit. But we want to be a team that's going to shoot the ball. We have to shoot the ball, I think, for us to be the team that we want to be. And so, like I told them last night, what are you going to do about it? If you don't like the way you shot, there's one thing you can do. You can get in the gym. You can get up more shots. We can create better opportunities in practice for you to kind of get there. But I thought the bulk of them were pretty good. They're probably about a handful, 5, 6, 7 maybe, that I would probably look at and go, could we get something better?
Do you expect your rotation to kind of morph as the season goes on a lot? You played a lot of kids last night. Do you do that early in the year to kind of figure out where you want to get to come a certain point in the season, or how do you see that playing out?
Yeah, it was a combination of a couple different things. One of it was intentional. We have a young team in regards to time here at UND and time with our staff. So we thought it's a great opportunity to get them on the floor. Let's get some of the jitters out. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Like, for me, I want to see things like who's going to fight, like who's going to compete, who's going to show up and battle even when it's not going well, and you get to kind of see that a little bit. We have a couple of kids who are on minute restrictions because they're coming back from injury, so that kind of morphed our rotation a little bit more and forced us to maybe go a little deeper than we probably normally would have. But it was a good chance to see everybody. But I believe in time that's going to morph itself down to more of a consistent 9 or 10 kids playing the same consistent minutes throughout the game. Right now it's just, like we tell them, playing time is wide open. We're kind of seeing who can work into those spots through their effort, their attitude, their execution, their energy. And so that will eventually morph itself down, I think, especially when the minute restrictions go away. I think that will definitely start to come into play, probably starting this Friday, as a matter of fact.
Was Miller's performance an extension of what you had seen in practice? Anything about it surprise you, or what did you think of her performance against the Gophers?
No, the kid can compete. I mean, she really, truly does. She can compete. Number one, she's a great kid. I mean, she's great in the locker room. She's got great attitude, great effort, wants to be really, really good, which is something that I really enjoy being around every single day. She can shoot the ball. That's something that from the 4 spot she's going to bring, that ability to play inside out for us a little bit more. And like, she was one of the kids last night that I thought didn't back down, that I thought showed some fight, showed the ability to compete a little bit, and not just effort, but competitive effort. And it's something we're going to need out of her every single night. Last year was pretty much rely on Walker, and that was pretty much it. And that was all we kind of had, kind of what we say below the free throw line. Now you kind of throw, Ava Miller in there, and Hannah Miller, when she gets healthy and will be able to play, obviously adds to that as well. But I was not surprised one bit by Ava, because if you know Ava, she competes and at a very high level and wants to be the best she can be. And I was really proud of the way she played.